Today, we are going to have a live session, and it is a tech talk. I have the big honor to have together with me Adil, who is our solution architect, and he will show us some demos. And the point this is the agenda. So I will just have a small introduction about IoT Edge, what it is and how we are positioning and how to fit with the WISE-IoT structure. Then Adil will help us to understand a little bit more how it looks like and how it is working. Last but not least, this is a tech talk. So I talk, Adil is talking too, but we need to hear your voice as well. So we will just open the microphone so that everyone can talk, can ask questions, and myself and Adil will be happy to answer in the best way. I will just start my brief introduction with the topology. So everyone of us knows perfectly about the WISE-PaaS Edge Link. So this is our software. We will have another webinar to talk in details about the evolution. But today, our focus is really in the middle. So the IoT Edge. That is, as you can read from the slide, it is a data aggregation and visualization agent. So this is a really important to position the product. Not only, in the following weeks, we will also release, it is in beta testing, it is ready to go already, IoT Suite that is providing also the complete topology. So we are starting from the data acquisition, we go for the visualization and the aggregation, and we can definitely go even with the data lake creation and the analysis in the cloud or on-prem, but on the server side. Basically, I want to keep my 10 minutes really sharp. What is IoT Edge on-prem? It is a software that can be installed on Advantech hardware, and this providing data input. This means that this software is able to provide a lot of drivers that are capable to acquire information. It is processing the data, and on top of this, really useful, it is providing some dashboarding. And this is, you have just an example of energy meter monitoring, but Adil will show you really how it is easy, thanks to the Grafana engine, to create a dashboard over this. Let me just run quickly through the data input. We have 80 plus drivers available. This means that the customer, you, can easily get the data out of the field without any particular spending time over the protocol conversion. So Advantech is taking care of this. Then we have the data processing. Data processing is really crucial because it is providing you drag and drop, and you see here just an example about which kind of building block you can put. But if something is particularly needed, we can have a JavaScript nipping. So we have a function block where you can just cut and paste your script. And this is really creating a powerful solution. For easy access, drag and drop. For complex tasks, we can write the script. And then I believe it is really important, the last part, so visualization. First of all, we have a pre-built dashboard. We are based everything on Grafana, and this means we can easily create the local visualization. Furthermore, as an output uplink, we are able to connect it to cloud service or different database. This means that you can easily manage everything you need. Furthermore, we were thinking about how to enable the customers that are interested in this project. That's why we have created the IoT Edge box. So if you go in our configurator, my Advantech configurator, you will find inside UNI2484v2 a CTOS node, the NL CTOS node, that is simply enabling the box, the UN2484. We are really used to have it into an IoT edge box. This means that the units are coming in the box, and when you take out of the box, you don't have only hardware, but you have a hardware plus IoT edge on-prem installed. And this is really an easy way to start. And here, in this slide, you can see on the left side what I just told you. So easy IoT edge box, just a black box. If the customer is not having a problem of connecting data and sending it to the cloud with a little bit of pre-programming, we can do it. On the right side, you can see the minimum requirement for the any hardware. So IoT edge box can be on the UN2484. If the customer is having different requests, we can adapt to other hardwares as well. And then about a particular point of IoT edge, that is the dashboarding. We are using Grafana, as you can see here on the right side. You can use Grafana, but you have already pre-built, dashboard that you can use and you can easily customize. And this slide is the title is Start with Why. So here I just add 4 important bullet points that are useful to understand why we need WISE IoT Edge. So the first one is data process. We know that one of the key points of the pain point of the customer is getting data out of the field and send all of them to the cloud. This is not useful anymore. So we need to have a local processing, and this is what is enabled thanks to WISE IoT Edge. Of course, we are taking care about the data transmission security. And as I was telling you, application building block. This means that you don't need to have a specific knowledge about coding to create your solution, but you can have just a drag and drop. So input, downlink, you can do your visualization, your analysis, and then you can create the uplink. Second part, we are really well skilled about the hardware. So the WISE IoT Edge is a small software that can be added on our existing hardware and can create the solution the customer is looking for. What was calling before the IoT Edge box. Of course, it is also important. I don't want to go in details about these slides. The slide will be shared after, of course, but which is the difference between IoT Edge and EdgeLink? Basically speaking, EdgeLink is getting the information and transferring with a common protocol, so it is a protocol homologation. IoT Edge is visualization and commuting and a little bit of calculation of the IoT. But since here we are speaking about technical, I believe this kind of table is needed to be studied in details to understand the big difference. Both of the products are important, and both of the products must be there to fit with the customer requirement. And this slide, it is really, really important because we are taking care about the product. It is a product well tested, and these screenshots are only representing what the R&D did in order to test that everything is fine. And you can see different classes, for example, the UN137 up to the MIG770 with a different performance. And why we are telling that for some application with a limited number of tags, you can go with the Atom. If you are going for the bigger amounts of tags, you need the MIG770. And this is my last slide. It is about the ordering. So it is easy to order. As I was telling you, you can do simply in the configurator, selecting the Citrus node, perfectly starter kit. If you want, you can get the license out of it, and we can enable the on-premise solution for you guys. So this was my fast introduction to IoT Edge. Now we need to deep dive a little bit more about the technical part. And for doing this, I need the help of Adil. Are you there, Adil?
Thank you very much, Marco, for your presentation. I guess you can hear me clear and loud.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, hello everyone. Again, one more time from my side. So for the one who don't know me, so I'm Adil Benjela, solution architect based in Hilden. Just no worries, it's just one slide. I want to show you or to explain to you the concept of my or the architecture of my demo. So I have actually, I'm going to show you a little bit. We are going to deep dive into the user interface of the tool. But before here, what I have in front of me here, I have my Uno 2484 Windows 10 based system where we installed the IoT Edge tool. So it is installed on-prem. And then for better demonstration, we have one of the great I/O modules. It's actually integration kit, the WISE 4012E. It has the let me go back. It has, let me go with the laser pointer. So here, as you can see, there is a small board where we can simulate analog inputs. It has two digital inputs, two digital outputs, actually relays, and two analog inputs with dip switch. I can adjust the voltage. Last but not least, of course, we can trigger IOs and see the status of the IOs, but we have also a nice feature in terms of alarming. So the user can get, for example, if the value of the analog input it's over a specific threshold, so I get an email into my inbox and informing the user that something is wrong with the data. All right. Then let's move to the software. So this is what you see here is the Uno 2484, as I said. So when the software is installed, you will get kind of, you will get this icon, but this icon, it's only the information for the user about the different ports and different services. For example, the SQL database, different databases, the dashboard, the user interface. So it should just an overview where you can stop and restart the services if you are doing some updates, etc. So to start with the tool is browser based. So which means here, as you can see, I have the local IP address with the port 3009. So first of all, the user, let me just give you some insights here and about the right steps to start a project, how to communicate with the I/O module. First of all, we have to create a group. So where or to which group my devices belong. For example, you can imagine I have a different in the factory production line, different products. And then here I created just simply here a test group, yeah, where my device belong to. Here with the device model, I have to create, what does it mean, the device model here? It's a virtual device. It's kind of the digital twin of my device. So here I can create, I can click on add, give a name of the device. Sorry, let's go back. Give a name of the device, select here for the standard models. Here we are going, those are some of our candidates. So as you can see here, the 4012E and the Y6610 LoRaWAN gateway, we are going to add more devices here. But as a standards, just go with known, select the manufacturer, write the manufacturer, industry, which type of industry, and the data format is JSON, and then we can click OK. So that's fine so far. This is exactly the device we see here. When we create the device in the device model, we have to create here the data, the channels I am going to communicate with. So here I just keep it simple. I created for the analog input is the volt 0 for the first channel, and for the digital output or for the relay, so it is, as you can see, it's Boolean 0 or 1. I created this second channel. This is important because in the device detail, we can add the information. So here I need to select I can give name of the device. Here I can select for the gateways. This is, for example, for the EdgeLink devices. But here I'm going to use sub-device. And then the device model I created earlier, yeah, in that part. And then the protocol here, I can select which protocol I'm going to use. So in that case, it's Modbus for my WISE 4012E. And okay, OS, there is no OS in this case. And then just click on OK. And if all the steps done, I click here on my device. This is what was mentioned by Marco in his presentation. It's kind of, so if you are familiar a little bit with Node-RED, for example, so it's a little bit similar, yeah? It's really intuitive, simple to configure. And here, I have, when I select the device, okay, I selected Modbus, but Modbus can be RTU, can be serial-based or TCP-based. And then here I have to enter the IP address of the I/O module and the communication port for Modbus, which is 502 by default, okay? This is here the configuration interface. I think most of you are familiar with the WISE I/O module. So here we have the IP address I'm using in IoT Edge. This is the IP address with the 90 at the end, 192.168.0.90. Okay, and then here I can, of course, the normal way to deal with the remote I/O with the module first, I need to check whether module and the channels are working fine. So as I said, the two relays, I have two digital inputs and two analog inputs. And then here the current value for the channel 0. So I have 2.3 volts. I'm going to play a little bit here with the dip switch in the board connected to the I/O module, and you see the value is changing. So far, so good. Let me go back. So remember here, I have the status of the relay is 0. So here, if the IP address and the settings of the device are well connected, so the software will show you this connection status is online. So it's green. You will get green light, of course, which means everything is fine. Here you can see we have an overview about the device. Here you can see the device shadow. So the status is just information for the user about the channels. So I said I have volt 0, I have my relay 0, okay, and I can see also in the flow. So here one last thing here in the flow. So I need, of course, because the channels they have so I'm using Modbus. It needs Modbus registers information. So here when I click on the, as I said, it's a little bit similar to Node-RED. So people who are familiar with Node-RED, it's really easy to handle. And here I'm using this Modbus address. So here I did this kind of scaling to get real exactly the value I have in the utility. Here you see we have the for the analog inputs and the relay status. Now what I'm going to do, I will change to on, and the value at the moment is 3.1. I will slow down here a little bit. 2.1, 2.2. Then I go back to the utility, to the tool, to the IoT Edge tool, and here I need to refresh. And here you go. So we have seen, this is only an information for the user, yeah? But of course, this is what's going on, let's say, in the backend. So in the front end, as Marco mentioned in the presentation, IoT Edge has a dashboard Grafana-based built in. So this is here in the site link. Just click the dashboard, and then I have created some dashboards here for your information. So here I am monitoring the value of the analog input. Here I can even trigger. So let me start from the scratch to show you. Okay, just to start with the visualization, let me here go back to the dashboard, the panel, the visualization, single states, and I can configure. So if I go to edit, so you see here, this is the group I'm working on. Yeah, this is a different story. I will show you, explain to you, because this is the strength of IoT Edge. It can also communicate with databases. So I have here my SQL, but the group I'm working is this one, test group. My default project, I have to select my IO module, and here I can see the of course, the volt 0 for the analog inputs, and I can change the value now, go up. So it's 3.6, go to the dashboard, and here you go. I can also trigger. So here, and this one, the dashboard here, submit, and relay, and then it's off. One more thing is what about the alarming? So I said here, I configured in the tool. So in the device center, I have my alarm notification. The alarm notification says, so here, let me, this one. So here, okay, I need to here to enter the username, so the email address. So on behalf of IoT Edge, this is actually the sender, okay? And then here I have to give my password for the application for the IoT Edge. Those are the settings for the Gmail, yeah? So here we see the SMTP server, and here the information. Okay, the email I configured when the value is bigger than 4 volts, then this guy here should get information about the threshold. So here in the alarm setting, let's go to the edit option. So here I said, okay, so the value when it is bigger, so this is my tag, the volt 0, more than or equal or less than, it depends. Yeah, just here I said, okay, if it is bigger than 4, then trigger the email to the receiver, and let's try it. So I will now change to, so let me show you first my inbox. Okay, there is no email so far. Also in the junk email, nothing. I will now go to the utility to show you the value. it will become more than 4 volts. So I have now 4.6. And then in this case, I should get an email. I have done a test before this webinar, so the email should look like this, but the email here is of yesterday, as you can see. But here we should have in a couple of seconds the email. Here you go. So you see the value is for 4.6. So I am the receiver, and the email has been sent, as I said, on behalf of Edge Hub 2024. So this email address here. I will now, okay, I acknowledged the alarm. I will then fix the value. So it's again smaller than 4. And I should get also an email in a couple of seconds that the value has been recovered. Here you go. So has been recovered. Okay. I think, yeah, the time is running. Just one minute. So here I have so I have done here a communication between MySQL database. As you will see here, the protocol, it's the Open Database Connectivity, it's the ODBC. So actually I have here my ODBC table. I created a table with some values. So at the moment I have the value here. It's of the actual output is 7.7. I'm going to change the value in the table. Here it's, I have an issue here with the keyboard. So I have the 7.47. Okay, go to the table, just check the value here. Okay, I have 7.47. Let's check IoT Edge. Actual outputs. Here you go. There is a lot of details, yeah, but it's exactly the same. So the concept and the way how to configure the devices is it's more or less the same. Doesn't matter if you are dealing with a real I/O, PLC, or a database. And just one important sentence, because this is the crucial feature of IoT Edge. IoT Edge is OTIT bridge utility, which means I can deal with so IT people can get the data from the OT people needs to make the data available of PLCs, and then they can get the data, and OT and the IoT Edge will help to send or forward the data either to gather from the database like I shown to you, or to forward also as via API to third-party applications or to other databases which are known in the IT world. So I think that's it. I don't want now to give you more details here, because I see we have now already 10:30. And by the way, we have a great course in the IoT, our virtual university, the IoT Academy. I'm going to share the link of the course in the chat just in a few seconds. Yeah, if you have questions, please let us know. Thank you. I hope it was interesting, and thank you for your attention.
Thanks a lot, Odile. I believe it was really interesting. Right now, we are moving to the last session. It means that now we need to hear from you. If you have any doubt about what we were showing, and of course, as Odile was telling, the time was short. So instead of having 1 hour of testing, we just highlight some features. So just feel free to ask. We are here. Adil is already adding academy course, so you can see much more. Furthermore, this video is recorded and will be shared with you into the official channel repository, so you will get a lot of webinars on demand, but also this one. And as Adil was telling, we have a deep WISE-IoT team, technical team, and solution team here in Advantech. So we are able to do everything that is needed. Any questions so far? I cannot see. I just have the question and I have the chat in front of me. So tell us.
Yeah, you can either write or tell us.
Indeed. So Adil,
Will it be
Sebastian
possible
is
to-
asking, will it be possible to switch signals via WISE-IoT in the future?
So with the WISE-IoT, it means here we mean the IoT edge or the. Of course, as I said in the Grafana, it is possible that I was showing. So in the dashboard, I was able to switch the relay. So which means top-down connection. Yes, it is possible if you mean the IoT edge.
Yes, it is possible. And furthermore, everything that Adil was showing was running on Uno 2484. So definitely everything was on-prem. You're welcome, Sebastian. Nuno is writing, it was too short with more example, case studies, successful study. It will be possible to better understand this tool full potential. Do you have more examples? Yes, Nuno, we have. We decided to keep it short to start the introduction of this powerful new product that we have. Next week, we are going to meet face-to-face in Warsaw. IoT Edge box will be there, so we can study a little bit more together and we can discuss a little bit more. As we were telling before, we are always there. So yes, it was short because we want to really keep the attention high. But if you need to have more discussion, feel free. We are there.
Also, I see here interesting question. Will Grafana be upgraded to the latest version in the future? Of course, our R&D, this is a general information, not only about IoT Edge, also about other applications. Our applications, mostly they have Grafana as a dashboard and other services. So just imagine here Grafana as a piece of puzzle for the complete picture here, for the complete solution. So which means, of course, because Grafana, it's an open source. There is a lot of manufacturers, they are using the same. But here, what is important for our tool to keep the services harmonizing with each other. So which means we have, for example, Grafana inside, just in case, yeah, if we upgrade to the latest one you can find in the internet, then it might be that it will have some problems maybe with other services within the tool. That's why important for our R&D team when they integrate a solution. Of course, it's very important to have updated versions in the software, but it needs to be harmonizing and working properly and without any problems with other services within the tool. But as I said, our team are doing the best to keep all the tools up to date. I mean, services up to date within the tool. I hope this explanation answered the question so far a little bit.
So until basically we are upgrading the different tools. In this example, Grafana, before we are testing that everything is working correctly. That's why we are not able to add something from the web just in our application, correct?
Exactly.
Super. Good.
As I said, for maybe that was the question of Nuno from Fonseca. So here, the course, I encourage you a lot to have a look into the course. The course is step by step. It's also dealing with different scenarios, and yeah, it's step by step configuration. You will have a better understanding for sure if you watch the video. And feel free to get in touch with me, to send an email, or yeah, give me a call, and we are happy to support and to clarify more details. The tool has more features. One important thing is, for example, to add some logic, yeah, to the, just an example, trivial example. If I'm getting the value of, if the temperature is higher than 25, then switch on the digital output. This kind of calculations, it's also possible, and rules. Exactly. So this is a software. So the last sentence, I think questions will arise as we continue to test it. Software is, you get more familiar and you have more questions and things to experience if you do learning by doing. Of course, you have to investigate with the software to test it, and then questions, I'm sure questions will come.
Good, Adil. I believe we are we've scheduled that 30 minutes. It was 40, no problem at all. I'm happy about this. So maybe for this morning, we can just wrap up. If you have any question, myself, Adil, and all the team is there. So I hope to see you next week in Warsaw, and everything. We are here to support you. So feel free to use IoT Edge. Thanks a lot. And furthermore, since it is Friday, late morning, happy weekend.
Thank you very much. Happy, nice weekend. Wish you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Adila.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.